Shh! I'm reading. Hey guys, I'm sorry I haven't been here in a while. I got very distracted by a lot of things. Singing was one of them, High School Musical was another. Zac Efron was the main thing. I'm still distracted, but I decided I'd do a video anyway because it's probably time I start doing that instead of sitting watching YouTube videos of him. This is a Top 5 Wednesdays video. It said I could do whatever I wanted, so that's what I'm doing. I didn't do the last Top 5 Wednesdays video in January because I don't really have a top 5 books that I really want to read. I just kind of really want to read all my books. It'd end up being like a top 100, so I didn't do that video, but this is the last video for January, and I know it's really late because it's like the 11th of February now. As I said, Zac Efron, distracting. Moving on. So today I thought I'd do a video of the top 5 worst things I've ever done to books. Number 1, I pressed a flower in my, apparently it's a special edition, which I didn't know then because I was like 11, a special edition of The Hobbit, and it sort of ruined my favourite chapter. See this? The flower was very wet and it just kind of... The second most terrible thing I've ever done to a book is I actually cut a book in half. This is Stephen King's It. It was just so big that I couldn't carry it around and I just hated carrying it around, so I decided to cut it in half and make it into 2 books. The worst thing is I didn't actually end up reading it. I ended up getting the audiobook and listening to it, so now I just have 2, I have a cut in half Stephen King book. But look, I mended them. The third thing is I burnt a Vampire Diaries book once. I don't know which one it was, but I just couldn't. I didn't like that series, so we used it to light the fire. Fun, it was good kindling. You should use books more often that you don't like. The fourth thing was, again, another burning book. My friend came round and she was kind of bored because I suck at being a host, and so she suggested that we burn a book, and she was like, which book can we burn? So I picked out this book called American Assassin that I'd read halfway through and got really bored of, and we went out into the yard and we got like candles and stuff and we burnt it and then we kicked it around the yard. So that's probably the worst thing. It's like we tortured the book as well as burning it. The fifth and final thing kind of requires a story, which goes along with It's a Maze Runner book, The Death Cure, that I did something terrible to. I still have the book, you can still read it, it's in good condition and everything. Basically, I was upset about the, if you're a fan, you'll know what page, you'll know what page 250 is, and I was upset about that, just generally with the whole series, and so I decided to take it outside and kick it around, and I'm pretty sure at one point I jumped on it, kicked it, it got really dirty and like it's got all these crinkles in the pages now. It's still in pretty good condition, but you can see all the battering around the spine and like where it's been jumped on and like kicked, and like yeah, I went out into the road with it and everything. We live in the middle of nowhere, so there's like mud and stuff on the road. I did that and that was fun, and yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to kick it around after what they did to that character that I liked? It was a perfectly rational thing to do. Well, that's the top 5 worst things I've done to my books. So I think it's the top 5 only things I've done to my books, actually. I don't tend to ruin my books much, apart from maybe like turning down pages or something, because I'm just one of those people. I do that, I don't care. But yeah, anyway. Those were my top 5 worst things I've ever done to books. Tell me your top 5 worst things you've ever done to books if you've done anything to books. Don't forget to like and subscribe and read, because why are you here if you're not reading? Why are you here if you're not a reader? I mean, honestly. But yeah, I will see you next time, and that's all for now. Bye.
I told you.